Okay, so here's the first video on simultaneous equations. So obviously that was something that was on your list of, things that were going to come up on the exam. So there's a few different ways that you can ask you to do these. You might have heard them before, and you can either solve them by substitution or by elimination. So this one here, we're going to solve by substitution. So the way we do that is we look and we think, right, we can either move this y over there, so it says x equals something, and then we can put that in place of the x, or we can move the x over there, so it says y equals something, and put that in place of the y. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this bottom line, and I'm going to turn it into x equals 3 take away y. Because obviously remove the y over to that side so it becomes negative. Now if you look at this top line, you can put, where it says x, you can replace that now with 3 minus y. So it's going to be 3, then in brackets 3 take y, plus 2y equals 8. So then we multiply the brackets, so it becomes 9 take away 3y, plus 2y equals 8. So that is 9 take away y equals 8. So move the y over to that side, it's 9 equals 8 plus y. So therefore 1 equals y if we take away the 8 from each side. Now you know what the y equals, so now you can put it back over here and figure out what x equals. So really you don't even need to write it down, because all it's saying is that a number, so an x, a number, plus 1 equals 3. So then you just know then, don't you, that x equals 2. And that's your answer. Then I just need to figure out the answers to this, because I'm doing it in my head. So let me just write out, I'm going to write out this one again. This one's slightly wrong because I changed the numbers. So 10x plus 3y equals 36. And 2x plus 3y equals, let me get this right. I've just changed the numbers, so I'm not sure. I think it equals 12. I changed the numbers while I was thinking about it. It makes it a lot easier if I work them out before I write them down. Okay, so this now, we can solve this by what we call elimination. So we look at this, or any simultaneous equation, and we either want to get rid of all the x's or all the y's. So what you do is you look at the coefficient of either the x's or the y's to see whether they're the same. So in this case, 10 and 2 obviously aren't the same. 3 and 3, they are the same. Now, because they're both positive, if we take away this 3y here from this, we end up with 0. So I'm going to put a minus there, and then we're going to do this. So 10x take away 2x is 8x. 3y take away 3y is just 0, so we can ignore that. And then 36 take away 12 is 24. So then we divide both sides by 8 to try and figure out what x is. So 8 divided by x is x. Nope, 8x divided by 8 is x. And 24 divided by 8 is 3. Then we use one of these two equations to figure out what y is. So we know x is 3. So I'm going to take the bottom line. So I'm going to say that 2 times by 3. So we'll do that in a second. Plus 3y equals 12. So 2 times by 3 is 6. Plus 3y equals 12. So therefore 3y equals, if we take 6 from both sides, equals 6. Then divide both sides by 3, so y equals 2. The way to figure out whether this is definitely correct, so we've got these two, is to then put the y equals 2 and the x equals 3 into the other line that we haven't used as much. So 10 times by 3 is 30, and 3 times by 2 is 6. 30 plus 6 equals 36. So that one's definitely correct. Then let's try another one, where it's a slightly different way of working it out. So let me just write this down. I definitely should have figured these out before doing this. Right, 1 second. So 3x and 2y. So if we say 16, is that right? Yep, 16. And then if we say 6x take away 2y, then that is going to become, 1 second, 20, I think. Okay, so when you look at these two, again, we're looking to see whether the numbers are the same anywhere, the coefficients are the same anywhere. So 3 and 6 aren't, but 2 and 2 are. But with this one, one's negative and one's positive. So if I was to try and take away the bottom one, then 2y minus 2y would give me 4y, wouldn't it? Because the minus becomes positive. So with these, because one's a negative and one's a positive, we actually add the two lines together. So 3x plus 6x is 9x. 2y plus minus 2y is going to be 0. 16 plus 20 is 36. And then 9x equals 36. So divide both sides by 9. So 9x divided by 9 is x. 36 divided by 9 is 4. And then you put it into either of these two equations to figure out what y is. So x equals 4. So we can do 3 times by 4 plus 2y equals 16. And then we can do 3 times by 4 is 12. Plus 2y equals 16. So take away 12 from both sides. So 2y equals 4. So y equals 2. The cat's just come to join in. Bit of a messy room, but the cat's come to join in. Okay, so we've got x and we've got y. And the way to see whether we're getting them correct, basically, is to then look at either one of these lines. So I'd say the bottom line, because we've used the top line for this bit. So 6x. So 6 times by 4 is 24. 2y is 2 times by 2, which is 4. 24 take away 4 is 20. Now, there's one other way that you can get sort of caught out a bit by this. So let me write this down. First of all, section that bit off. So 3x plus 2y equals, and so that is, let's make up the numbers. So x equals and y equals, right. So 3x plus 2y will be 6, and 6x plus 4y, no, I'm going to put 5y there because otherwise it's too easy, plus 5y equals 29. Okay, so if you look at these here, the difference, so in this one, there was the same number before the y's, and in this one, there was the same number before the y's again. With this one, neither the number before the x's is the same, or the number before the y's is the same. The way you solve this is to look at the x's, or well, you look at either, and think, right, is there a number I can multiply one of these by to give me the other? So 3x times by 2 is 6x. So what we do is we take the top line and we multiply the whole thing by 2. Now, I'm bringing it down to the bottom because when we multiply 6 by 2, it's going to be 12. Now, 29 minus 12, well, 29 is bigger than 12, so we want the 29 to be on the top to make the takeaway of the line much easier. Oh, that didn't make any sense. To make taking away the top line easier, we want the smaller numbers to be on the bottom, because obviously it's easier to take away smaller numbers because you don't end up with negatives. So 3x doubled times 2 rather is 6x plus 2y doubled, which is 4y, equals 6 doubled, which is 12. Now I'm going to cross that line out just to avoid any confusion. And now we're going to take away this bottom line from the top line. So 6x take away 6x is 0. 5y take away y is... Have I done this right? I've done this wrong. Right. I've done it wrong when I've created the answer, basically. Because I've been doing it whilst I've been talking to you. I'm going to do another video in a second for this one, right?